Sometimes, love doesn't knock. It quietly walks in, disguised as friendship, laughter, and small moments that later become everything. The screen fades in on Arav, sitting alone in a hospital corridor, holding a small photo, a girl smiling under the rain. His eyes are red, but not from tears, from memories. He whispers, "Greater than, I joked once, will you come meet my parents with me?" She smiled and said, "They already like me. I didn't know that one day, I'd wish she was right." Cue soft piano music. Fade to past. Arav was the kind of man who believed emotions made people weak. A quiet, disciplined engineer from Delhi, who believed love was just a distraction. He lived by rules, schedules, and routines, until Ria walked into his life like a summer breeze that refused to leave. She joined his company as a new designer, full of color, chaos, and charm. She spilled coffee on her first day, laughed in meetings, and somehow got everyone to smile. Everyone, except Arav. He found her too loud, too free, too unpredictable. But Ria didn't seem to care. She'd greet him every morning with the same cheerful line. Greater than, "Good morning, Mr. Serious." And for some reason, he never corrected her. Weeks turned into months, and between shared lunches, late-night project deadlines, and casual teasing, Arav began noticing the way Ria looked at the world, as if every small thing was a miracle. She loved street food, old songs, and helping stray dogs outside the office. Once, when Arav asked why she cared so much about small things, she replied softly, "Greater than, because sometimes the small things are all you have left." That line stayed with him longer than he wanted to admit. One evening, as they sat by the office terrace watching the city lights, Ria told him she was going home to meet her parents after years. Arav smiled and teased, "Greater than, should I come with you? Maybe I'll ask them for your hand." Ria looked at him for a moment, then smiled, that calm, knowing smile, and said, "Greater than, they already like you." He laughed it off, not realizing that behind that smile was something unspoken, something that trembled between affection and goodbye. A week later, she didn't come to work. No message, no calls, just silence. Arav tried to convince himself it didn't matter, but when the third day passed, he found himself at her apartment. Her neighbor handed him a small note. It said, "Greater than, don't worry. I'm okay. Some journeys we have to take alone. Ria." Days turned into weeks. She was gone. Arav couldn't focus, couldn't sleep, couldn't laugh. And for the first time, he realized, the girl he thought was just a friend had quietly stolen his world. 3 months later, Arav received a letter, not by email, but handwritten, posted from a hospital in Dehradun. It was from Ria. Her words were shaky but full of warmth. "Greater than, hey Mr. Serious. Don't look so shocked. I didn't disappear because I stopped caring. I just didn't want you to see me like this. I have something in my lungs. The doctors are trying. I'm trying too. I didn't want pity from you, only smiles. So I kept you as a good memory, not a sad one." Arav didn't finish reading. He booked the next train to Dehradun. When he found her, she was sitting by a window, sketching clouds. Her hair was shorter, her body weaker, but her smile, it was the same. "Greater than, told you not to come," she whispered. "Too bad," he replied, holding her hand. "You forgot, I don't follow rules." For weeks, Arav stayed with her. H made her laugh again, read her favorite books, and promised her the world even though they both knew time was slipping quietly between their fingers. One evening, as they watched the sunset, he joked again. "Greater than, will you come meet my parents with me?" She smiled faintly, that same old spark returning to her tired eyes. "Greater than, they already like me, remember?" And that night, she rested her head on his shoulder and whispered, "Greater than, if I go before you, don't stop living. Just love like I did, without fear." The next morning, her bed was empty. Months later, Arav stood at a community event, a charity foundation for children battling lung diseases. The name, Ray's Sky. Her parents were there. Yes, they really did like him. They hugged him, thanking him for giving meaning to their daughter's dream. As he looked up at the sky, a gentle wind brushed past his face. He smiled. "Greater than, you were right, Ria. They really do like you. Greater than, love doesn't always end the way we hope, but if it changes who we are, makes us kinder, stronger, and more alive, then it never truly ends."